Hey, what is up, my little sparklers? Okay, it is Universal Beauty, and we're here today, and we're going to be testing out the new Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes palette. And initially, this was something I was not going to get, but I'm kind of glad I did. The colors are beautiful, and this is just a nice, light, simple look using this. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Lorraine. This is Universal Beauty, and we are all about everybody being able to use the same products across the board, no matter what skin tone you have, or your age, or your gender, or anything like that. So I hope you'll join us and subscribe. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up or make a comment down below, or both, and we'd love to have you here. So subscribe if you want. Anyway, let's get to it and explore the palette. All right, so I have gone ahead and done foundation to speed up the process, for the sake of time and being more concise. Anyway, I did want to mention to you, I've been testing out a couple of new primers. One is more of a high-end one, and one is drugstore. The first one is the high-end one, this Cover FX, it's the Water Cloud Primer. And yeah, it seems like, let me see, it looks like, the box looks like this. Okay, there. This one, I think it was like, it was in the sale at Sephora. It was, I think, normally $38, and it's like 20, gosh, I don't know, was it 22 or was it a little more than that? Kind of a couple of weeks ago, I forgot. But anyway, yeah, the color, it seems like water cloud, doesn't seem like it would be very good, but I've really been liking this. It's really great. On the flip side of that, we were recently talking, or I was talking about, the importance of sunscreen. And I think in the winter months, a lot of people skip it, in which you never should, but, and also getting it under your eyes, so you don't end up like me with these, this hyperpigmentation, under your eyes for life. But anyway, CoverGirl has this True Blend Base Business Everyday Defense. This one is a skin primer, SPF 20, and you can take this right up under your eyes. I think it's about $11, maybe 11 and change, I can't remember. But that one also, I'm wearing this one today just because it's Sunday, and why not? But also then I did use a drugstore foundation, the Maybelline Dream Velvet. And the color that I'm using here today is this sandy beige, which actually is probably a little too cool for my skin tone, but a lot of times it's hard to get your foundation matched in the drugstore. You couldn't. Sorry, my Alexa's going off over there because it heard me say something. Anyway, you can warm this up. You guys know how much I love the Too Faced chocolate Gold Soleil. So I warmed this up a little bit for myself because I did feel that the color was a little too cool. Now, best way seems like to, if you're having a hard time matching your foundation, it is best to go into one of these places, either the Sephora, the Ulta, and have them help you match. I think a lot of people, one of the reasons, started this channel was because people were having such a unpleasant experience going in and dealing with people at makeup counters if they're like over the age, out of their 20s, and I think that there was a lot of complaints, especially towards Sephora, because they sort of made this thing about how they've got this more training going for awareness of, how to work with different ethnicities and not to be like ageist stuff. I mean, they did make a big thing about kind of saying they were going to be doing that. So I don't know, because usually if I go in the Ulta or the Sephora, I'm kind of already, I know what I'm after. So I actually haven't had a lot of experience with needing people to help me out with stuff. I did get the Too Faced girls, to match me for the Born This Way foundation. At one point they were great. So it really depends, I guess, on your experience. But anyway, hopefully they're making it to where somebody that is like my coloring, it's your job. You should be able to help somebody with deeper skin tones, or, let's just say African American, Pacific Islander, Asian, Indian. You should be able to do that. That's your job. And also the same in reverse. If you are, a Pacific Islander woman working there, or Asian, or African American, you should be able to help. You should be able to help the whitest gray-haired fairest elderly lady, because that's your job. So anyway, let's really hope that that kind of stuff is progressing and moving forward. I hope you're having better experiences in your local Sephora or Ulta. But anyway, as I said, it's harder to match yourself in a drugstore, and the lighting in there is funky. And yes, I did grab the wrong color for myself too. But if that happens, like I said, you can fix it. You can help yourself along with bronzer or a little contour. I just did a little bit of bronzer and I warmed this up. Well, that's a lot of blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so today, what I wanted to do, I was initially going to skip this palette just because, there's just palettes all the time. But you know how I love Too Faced, and this is the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. And I thought, you know what, I got a ton of browns, maybe I should skip it. But then when I saw this in person, I thought, oh, the colors are so beautiful, really. They did it to match a lot of the Born This Way foundations, but you probably already have seen these, but look at these colors. Oh, they're so beautiful. And yeah, you know what? I probably do have stuff that's similar, but I like this palette. And so anyway, I thought I'd just do a quick thing today. Here's my usual arsenal of Jeffree Star Morphe brushes and Sigma brushes. These are the ones that I use day to day. So that's kind of what I'm going to be sticking with for the day to day. And just to make a, quick, nice look, let's go in and grab a Jeffree Star. I always have trouble seeing what these are. I think this is the JS8. I think that's what this one is. All right, and I'm going to go into this color called Seashell, which is this color right here. Okay, it's just a real neutral kind of color. I'm just taking up a little bit onto my brush and going above the crease. This will be my transition color. And you see it's showing up as a little bit of a pinky kind of a color. Can't always trust exactly what these colors look like in the pan. They're going to act different on everybody's skin and skin tone. So on me, this one is reading a little bit rosy, but on somebody else, it might pull a little more of the beige. Okay, so next up, I'm going to go in with this one. This is a JS, I want to say 12, JS12 maybe. It looks like that. And I am going to go into the color that's called Nude, which is this one. And again, this is kind of a, what? I want to say taupey kind of a color. And that one I'm just going to go into my crease. Well, next, what's our next holiday? I guess it's St. Patrick's Day. Do you guys celebrate that? I'm not a beer drinker. I'm not going to drink any green beer or anything like that. But, it's a fun holiday for some, I guess. So, and after that, we're going to be into Easter, and that's everybody. We'll probably need to do like a look for Easter brunch or something like that, right? Because everybody spends time with their family. And they probably, want a nice look for that. Okay, I'm also going under my lower lash line with that same color, Nude, here. All right. And now, let's see, where's my Sigma? Sigma E44, this guy. And I'm going into, let's see, well, I guess I'm going to go into the color called Truffle, which is the kind of darkest matte color in here. And that I am going to kind of get my outer corner with this. And just sort of deposit some color down there, a deeper truffly brown. And I'm also going to bring that a stretch under my lower lash line. God, it's hard to do this while I'm looking forward instead of into the mirror, but okay, smoking that out a little bit. There's a lot of ways you can go, I think, with this palette. I think you probably can do some really nice cut creases too. I think we've talked about that before. I don't do cut creases on myself too often, occasionally, but I think it's more, I like smoking everything out. That's just kind of my go-to look. But looks like you have some options here that you could do some nice things. Anyway, gosh, these colors are just the best of the browns. And I'm bringing this again closer in, probably to just where my iris ends here. I'm not going in any further than that. Okay. And now I think I probably need my dedicated blending brush, and that for me is just this e.l.f. one, or I have this this old Smashbox one that, you know, I didn't know the number on. This one just says that it is an e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. And I never put any product on it. I only use it for blending, which is what I'm doing now. And it's like a light touch. You don't have to dig in. And it's just transitioning those colors into each other so there's no hard lines. The thing I like about this palette too is it's like some kind of like rosy browns, you know? They're just like really pretty colors. And yeah, I have like a lot of big Morphe palettes that have a range of taupe and brown colors in them, but I thought I was gonna skip this one, but it's just so pretty, and all these really good browns together in one palette. And then there's some shimmers in here too, sparkling shades that are just gorgeous, you know. So really a good, nice, concise palette where you can make your look daytime or evening or anything in between. It's really, really great. So, but yeah, with all these palettes coming out all the time, gosh, what do we do? You know, if you're not on somebody's PR list and getting this stuff, I don't know how you're supposed to afford to just keep up with everything. So you know what? I just feel like a lot of times now, just shop the sale. And I mean, I might be late to the party, but it's still great, you know. And so I think I'll probably be featuring like older stuff, you know. I just like right now, what is it? Urban Decay is it the Wired palette? And it's a lot of these fluorescent kind of colors. Pretty, but you know, I did get the Morphe one, that collab with Lipstick Nick, that is the, what's it called again? Can't remember. Fierce by Nature, and it's got a lot of kind of bright and neons in it too. So you know what, I'll just kind of roll with that if I need something like that. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and put a little bit of shimmer maybe on the lid here. This is the Sigma Firm Shader. It's an E57, but see, it's got that slightly rounded, short but rounded, and it's very thin. You know, again, I don't really pay attention to what the brush says it's for on the outside. I just kind of do what I want. And I'm going into this shimmer color here that's called Rose Gold. It's this one, and it's just really pretty. It's, you know, Rose Gold is like, yes, true to that. I'm not going to wet my brush because I just want this subtle today. But anyway, I'm just going to put a little bit of that just on the ball of my lid just to brighten it up a little. Going for a full glam thing, you know, just a little bit of that rosy gold sparkle. Because everybody needs a little bit of razzle dazzle in their life, don't they? Don't we? All of us. I do. I try to get a little bit every day in some way or another. Okay. Oh, don't forget, everybody, the clocks go forward today, so we're all losing an hour of sleep. I guess they went at midnight, so maybe a little more used to it by tomorrow, but I hate losing an hour. Anyway, I think I'm going to kind of leave it at that. It's subtle, and it's just kind of this pinky rose, and the truffle kind of gives you a little bit of depth, but, and like I said, a little bit of shine with the rose gold, not too much. It's just, it's a subtle look, but what a beautiful palette. I'm going to give you a look at these colors again up close if I can. I hope you're seeing that because I can't see my camera anymore, but really, really pretty. And okay, so that's the Born This Way. Let me see, let's just pop on a little bit of liner here. Do a little bit of brown underneath. Hard for me to hold my liner this way. You're going to be holding yours probably more like this. Remember, the closer you get to the tip of your pencil, the, you know, more intense it's going to be. If you back off of it a little bit, you have a little more control. You know, I hold it at a weird angle like this so you can see what I'm doing, but it's probably not the same way that, you know, you would hold it when you're doing your makeup. Um, okay, so a little bit of brown there, and little this short little black pencil. I think it's a Makeup Forever. I don't know because it's all rubbed off, but it's a good pencil. But I'm pretty sure it's Makeup Forever, and I like to, as I told you, go under my lash lines because I don't like to see the line of fleshy color when I'm doing my mascara and stuff. So I like it nice and dark. But that's optional. The choice is yours. Okay, good enough. And do a little bit of brows. Let me see. Gosh, sometimes I still fiddle with this Wonder Brow that I had told you guys about ages ago. I don't know. I still haven't quite perfected it. And what's their claim? Something about how it's supposed to stay on there, for, I don't know, 24 hours. I don't know, you guys. I'm still trying to make it work, and just can't really endorse it as the be all and end all. But I keep giving it a go. It's not terrible, but I really thought it was going to be like a real game changer, but I have not found that to be the case. So if anybody's having great success using this, I would love to know about it. You just kind of paint it on and then comb it through. They give you this little kind of brush that looks like a mascara brush, and it's okay. I hate to say that it's not good. It's fine, really, but I guess I was expecting more. We have big expectations for our cosmetics, don't we? I expect more from my concealer than I do from most of my friends. What's that saying? Okay, now I guess I could put a little bit of highlight here. So let's see what I have in the... Oh, you know what? I do. I have like a new highlighter I want to try. This is from Pretty Vulgar, and it is called... it's Shimmering Swan. Looks like that. Well, it would help if I put the lid off. The color that I got is Sparkling Sass. Okay, so I'm going to try this. Okay, where's my brush? Let's see what this looks like. It's kind of a, goldeny shimmer. But I haven't tried a Pretty Vulgar highlighter before. So, let's see. Okay, a little bit of a gold sheen. Yeah, that's all right. And I'm just gonna bring a little there and there. Okay, do I need blush today? I don't know. They're kind of thinking that my bronzer's doing fine with that. So, skip that. Get a little bit of Too Faced Born This Way. No, Better Than Sex mascara that I love. And do that. And just kind of do this. I'm not really even going to do any big time eyeliner today either because of, it is an easy weekend and I don't need to go full on. So I hope everybody is not under complete panic with the whole coronavirus thing. I hope it's just like, I hate hysteria. And there's just, this is just another opportunity for people that just act so nuts, you know what I mean? And like the CDC says, you don't need to wear a mask unless you're actively sick or you're a healthcare provider. And sure enough, the other day, there's a sporting goods store across from where I work. It's called Big Five. I don't know, you guys might have those around you or not. Sure enough, here's a guy in there shopping for a fishing pole wearing a mask. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, If you're sick, what are you doing shopping for a fishing pole? And if you're not sick, you're just acting like a hysterical, you know, crazy. It's just, there's just no reason for that. And, you know, if you have a compromised immune system, obviously, you know, you want to bump it up as best you can. You want to keep washing your hands, and you don't want to, after you know, get everything done, you don't want to keep touching your face throughout the day. You know, if you're a student, I guess, you know, throw a bottle of, you know, Purell or antibacterial bottle of pump stuff in your backpack or whatever. If you work retail, you can have it by the register. If you work in an office, have it in your desk or your drawer. But, you know, you just kind of want to wipe down your surface areas. And I think, you know, just use precautions. Keep washing your hands, not just the cursory splash of water, but wash your hands well. And, you know, this is why the people that have unfortunately passed from this so far are, you know, elderly people and those with, like, you know, like I said, really compromised immune systems. But everybody else, if you just take the time to keep yourself aware and clean and, you know, keep your area clean, you should really be fine. But, you know, again, like I said, walking around with a mask on when you don't need one, I think it just causes other people to be really nervous. So stop doing that. Gosh, I don't know what's with people. But anyway, okay, now I am gonna do a little bit of gloss, I guess. Go for my typical overdrawn lip that I have to do. Okay, I didn't pick out a gloss. Let me see, so bear with me while I just grab one out of here. What do I have? Now this one is Too Faced Fairy Tears. Why not? Just an easy gloss. Okay, so let me see. As you can tell, my gleeful excuse for hair today, I haven't done anything with it. Give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back and we'll wind it up. Okay? Okay, so we're back. What do we think about this, guys? This is the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes from Too Faced. Yeah, nice, just a, you know, smoked up, glowy, kind of a rosy brown. And this is just only foundation, bronzer, and a little bit of highlighter with these eyeshadows. I didn't use any concealer today or any blush, and just like a pale lip. So anyway, it's a super easy kind of a look. You can go much deeper with the colors and the shimmers in this palette. And anyway, if you want to give it a whirl, it's pretty good. I like it. So having said that, I hope that the rest of your week goes really well. And comment down below and let me know if you're using this palette or if you plan to get it or if you've got something similar that you like to use. And well, we'll see you the next time, and sparkle hard, everybody. Bye-bye.